Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and today we're going to be talking about that very important carry case out of New York, the NYSRPA versus New York, that's currently sitting in front of the Supreme Court and is set to be hearing oral arguments starting next month in November. So this is a very important case. We've talked about it a lot. Other channels have covered it as well. Well, now we have a little bit of a development here. It looks like the United States government themselves are going to be fighting against people having their rights in the state of New York. The Department of Justice, the Attorney General, the Solicitor General have all filed an amicus brief in support of New York over people's carries rights. Let's talk about it. This channel is proud to be supported by the Firearms Policy Coalition. Make sure you check that link in the description box, become a member, and donate when you can, because these are the people that are going to be fighting back against stuff like this, the stuff that we're going to be talking about in today's video. Okay, so let's go and talk about what's going on here, and I want to break it down real quick. I want to preface this by saying I don't think there should be a permit system for carry whatsoever. I think it should be constitutional carry, like you have states like Montana and Texas. Constitutional carry is what the Second Amendment is supposed to protect. Your Second Amendment rights don't stop just because you passed your doorstep, just like your First Amendment rights don't stop once you leave your home. So there shouldn't be a permitting process for your Second Amendment rights. Regardless, there are these processes, these laws that are in place in these different states, and these laws are being enforced. So this is all part of trying to fight back against that. So in New York, there is a good cause requirement or a just cause requirement in order for New York to even consider issuing you a carry permit. It's a lot like in California. You have to show good cause. You have to show just cause. And in some counties in California, self-defense is not enough. Well, that's the same for New York. Self-defense is not enough. If you put that down as your reason for just cause, it's going to get denied. Well, that happened to somebody. They filed a lawsuit. The New York State Rifle and Pistol Association went through the process, through the appellate courts, and now it's sitting in front of the Supreme Court. So this is a big case because, as you can see, it will affect more people than just those that live in New York. If the Supreme Court rules on it, it's something that could affect the entire country. This could be a huge one. It's historical, and it's a lot bigger than I think a lot of people are really giving it credit for, especially if you live in a state that's free and you may not care what happens in other states. Let me tell you, you definitely want to care, because if for some reason we win or lose, that's a massive decision and a massive impact on the Second Amendment going forward. So with that being said, and as important as this is, the current political makeup of our executive branch and the bureaucracy that surrounds it, they do not want to see the NYSRPA win. They want New York to win. So what does our government do? Well, the Solicitor General, the Department of Justice, the Attorney General all filed an amicus brief to the Supreme Court in support of, not our freedoms, no, in support of New York. That's who they filed their brief in support of. Now, they also want to be part of oral arguments. Oral arguments, I believe, are going to start very early November, something like November 3rd, and they want to take part in those oral arguments, essentially getting in front of the Supreme Court and fighting against people's Second Amendment rights. So instead of the U.S. government themselves staying neutral on the matter, they've decided that they want to jump in there and make sure that any more rights or freedoms are not granted to us and that current restrictions stay in place. If that doesn't give you an idea of where our government right now and the bureaucracies stand, then nothing ever will. Because as you can see, they didn't take the side of the people. They're taking the side of New York politicians, New York bureaucrats, and policymakers in New York. That's whose side they're taking. So it's really interesting to see exactly how all of this is playing out. And I would personally love to see the fact that the government has stood in, and all of these senators and representatives and House members have written all these letters to the Supreme Court and so forth. And now you have the DOJ and the Attorney General filing an amicus brief, and then they want into oral arguments. I would love if all of that happened and we still won. I almost said WAN. So anyway, look, I got a cold, okay? So, it would be nice to see if all of that happened, right? All that effort that they put into it and we still won on this one. It would be absolutely incredible. So we're going to stay on top of it. We're going to watch the process, see how it goes. We're going to watch, hopefully that day it'll be, on the internet, and we'll be able to stream the oral arguments for this case, because honestly, it's historical. This is going to be huge. So again, we're going to keep up on it. I'll let you guys know what's going on, and it should be really interesting. Hopefully we do get the W on this one. But I want to thank you all very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.